Siemens Energy. We are going to hear from Maria as well as from Luis. So handing over to Siemens Energy.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jasmine Nieto. I'm industrial engineer and work as a sales manager in Siemens Energy. As Siemens Energy employee, we are committed to protect our planet and also to drive the transition to a more sustainable, reliable, and affordable energy system with, of course, our innovative technology. So that's why we are here, and we are innovating with eEngenia, a brand new blockchain platform for energy transactions. So the table of contents of what we are going to be in these 10 minutes that we have, first is to have this eEngenia business model, then present also the pilot results, and then come to how the data is being used and what are the data for and why it's important to have data. And then the funny part, as I call this, is the demo. So we want also to give a little more time to the demo, because it's the best way to present a marketplace, a platform, and everyone can see how it works. So as mentioned, this is eEngenia, our marketplace for energy transactions with secure, traceable energy between the origin and the destiny, and all through blockchain. This is providing transparency to all the actors and all the parts involved in the energy sector. What we are aiming is to place the consumer or the human at the end at the center of the system. And for that, we need also to have data, of course, with the provided consent and the GDPR regulation. But we think this is the way to move forward to this decarbonization and energy transition. For our energy model, we are a platform at the end. There are some platform fees that we are going to use also to have the model works in a commercial way. And as part of the results of the pilot, what we have been doing is first to simulate buying and selling energy from one person or for several persons, but we have a case that we are going to show later in the demo with a domestic user who is going to be the buyer, and also a producer of renewable energy in Spain, and everything across Europe through this blockchain platform. Secondly, we are also predicting the energy consumptions and also what are going to be the production on the power plant side. And of course, the integration of consumer smart meters of different European countries' standards, we know also is part of the challenge of this pilot. These are some images so you can have a flavor how our platform is going to ride, that we can see later, and how we use this data. We have been working together with Loyola University in Spain for a Bayesian additive model for predicting energy consumption. For that, data from the electricity consumption register of 200 buildings in the city of Latvia from the last 3 years have been used and training the predictive model. This data has been correlated with exogenous information, for instance, with the weather stations, as you can imagine, but you can show also the potential, of the tool if we have more time and more data to run and train the model. For this characterization of the demand, we have done some correlations between variables and have a better knowledge of the energy profiles in Latvia. This kind of analysis is also necessary to not penalize the model for generating noise or with variables that don't provide relevant information. This Bayesian model objective is necessary for network, or will be very helpful for network operators to fine-tune its generation forecast and ensuring the demand is covered, and this is a manageable increasing efficiency and reducing the cost. And as a result, we have seen the importance of the data. At low-level grid, exogenous variables are significantly important to improve the accuracy. And we have this temperature data on our range of consumption and quartiles of consumption that we have to divide the data. And just, for instance, including two more parameters or two more data, we have seen the accuracy of the model is much, much better. So this is including two patterns more that we can have, for instance, in a residential house. And that is including the size of the building or the size of the house. So at the end, incorporating these variables that can be provided by the user, such the square feet of the household, that are very easy to integrate in the model, can substantially increase the accuracy of the predictive model. That's why we like this opportunity to challenge the data access in Europe, and also that this pilot and this movement that we are providing or promoting is helping to achieve these goals. And now we move to the demo, and my colleague is in Seville. I'm in Madrid, surrounded by snow right now. This is also not a common year with many snow here. And Luis is in Seville. Hello, Luis.
Hi, Hadameen.
So Luis is our one of our Siemens developers, and he is going also to show and share his screen right now, preparing for run the demo.
I need you to stop sharing your screen before sharing the mine.
I'll get.
Okay.
So what we have here is a web-based platform, so it's very easy to access. And as you see, there is the first screen. You have to register, and then once you are signed up, you can log in. That's why we already tested, and we have some residential data used for Latvia. This is Inesa Galante, is our consumer, and what she is, she has a profile that we are seeing here. Is a standard or typical profile, and what is more interesting is how she can now select offers. For instance, she can choose for kilometers, for distance, for type of technology. For instance, not only I want renewable energy and that's it. It's to go direct to the end producer to say, I want from this power plant that it is located in Zamora, that it is located in any other country, and select if it is solar energy, wind energy, or hydraulic. But not only that, as mentioned, is also the final end producer. So for instance, we can select here Zamora, and I want to buy because it's interesting for me for photovoltaic, and I like to have that renewable, as right now in my country there is less sun, and we cannot have photovoltaic, for instance. So we select and we will do the buy. We buy the offer, and once we go, we will have to select which of our households. For instance, this is one of the address of the pilot for Latvia, one of the data, and also with our ID for the smart meter. So we confirm this is the household where we want the energy. We are buying this package, energy package, and then we can go to these purchases and see what we have buy. And here we see this photovoltaic we see the origin, we see the energy retailer, if any, if it's necessary. This is only for demo purpose because we are not energy retailer, just to clarify. The contract agreement that has been signed, we can have the photovoltaic park. This is the offer itself and the date of the reservation, and also how the offer is it. On the left side, you see the map where the origin of the energy comes from, or on where it's going to be consumed. This is only an example. Of course, could be the contrary, could be also industrial consumers, not only residential. But this is the example we are running. And of course, we can go and see what's going on in blockchain to have this transparency and secure this is really happening. So we enter in blockchain. This is a blocker navigator, not so easy for not familiar with blockchain, but you see in the input, there is the X code. When we transfer that to ASCII, then we see our email that was written there, so we know exactly this is not fake. This is what it is tracked in blockchain. Yeah, secure and mutable. And once we have been done this purchase, we can, for instance, this is for the month of January, we can go and also see our consumption. And if we are using data, not only from the month that we are currently between until now, if we can place also farther away, we can see the prediction of our consumption and also the prediction of the power plant that we have the contract with. So to select, okay, it's a photovoltaic, what is the prediction of this photovoltaic power plant to produce energy in the coming weeks, to see if we are going to comply or we need to buy more energy for the park or whatever is necessary. So we see here, for instance, with more accuracy, the last weeks and data in dot points are the predictions, and if you see the line are the production until now, the 20th of January, and also the consumption. Yeah, the production of the energy that we have purchased on the power plant, and also our consumption at home. So I don't know if there is any questions. Thank you very much to Elering, to all the European TSOs that participated in these pilots, and the rest also of the companies that have been participating. And from our side to our partner, University of Loyola. And if there is any question, we are happy to answer.
There is a question in the chat room, so I'll ask the question to you. Does your platform also manage the transfer and cancellation of the guarantees of origin, as this is mandatory from a regulatory perspective? So the question is, do you also work with the guarantees of origins schemes?
Yes. We also work with that. For us, as we see, in many of the countries, the guarantees of origin is not really the more transparent or performing more transparent way, because it's something that is counting after it is the energy produced, and only after that, for instance, in Spain, there is a count of how much has been produced, and then we assign energy. With our platform, what we are doing is guaranteeing through blockchain exactly the power plant that you are booking. Of course, this is over the grid, but we book the energy from this producer, and it is all this data is in blockchain, so they cannot how to say, sell twice, the energy or produce in the night, during the night, or things like that. This is not an add-up of renewable. This is the difference. So for our point of view, this is more stringent for the purpose of renewable. But of course, we understand there are some corporations or companies that still want to have the certification of origin, and we can do that in parallel. This is more easy.
One more quick question before we move on. When can I, in Estonia, buy solar energy from Spain over your platform? When can I buy it?
So I would like to be today. I think the technology is there. So for me, it's difficult because I'm part of the of this project. Difficult to say because of regulations, but from the technical point of view, is totally perfect from today. We have so we have so up here. So we can buy, and the contrary, there are some times, but we know there are countries that we will have excess of renewable energy in some periods of the year, and we have the contrary. And it's a pity that we cannot share with the rest.
Thank you so much. Thanks to both of you.